There it is. I just need to mute myself. Cool. Hey, Neri, how you doing? Put partner. Oh my god, it actually works. um, okay, so I am currently getting my rig up and running. By rig, I mean my iPad. So this will be a little bit of a delay. I apologize for that. Um, hope you're doing sweating your ass off. That is a very good weight loss regimen. I hope. I have no idea what. That sounds gross though. Okay, so I am. It's always a little tricky with this app, so I apologize for the delay. I should have tested this out before. I was a little lazy. So if this works, which of course it never seems to work the way that I want it to, um, I will be showing you the newest sketch in my sketchbook, which is it's not loading. So I'm going to pray that it works at some point. Is it really hot where you are? Come on. Obey me. Ah, there it is. Cool. So if this works, there it is. All right. So, oh dear God, it must be like scalding. Do you have proper like ventilation and or cooling in your home? Because that would suck if you don't. Four 3D printers? I don't even have one. You must have like the coolest home ever. I'm assuming. Okay. All right. So while you're describing your home in graphic detail, um, this is the newest drawing in my sketchbook here. Uh-huh. Look at that. It's a week old. I've done one oh wait. One drawing, uh two drawings, and that was not very good. I have no idea what I these were drawings I did at waiting for an X-ray. And then the most recent one is my cool little dragon dude. And I am going to so I like this enough that I figured I'd ink it, which I don't do a lot of digital inking. Um, so the nice thing about this is super low brow, doesn't have to be fancy. Um, we do want to make sure that this layer is locked. My cat is wondering why I'm not paying attention to her. Um, and that this layer is fairly thin. So inking is not, I'm not an inker, or as some people will call it, a tracer. Um, And so my approach to inking is incredibly rudimentary. However, I do want to have this inked because I think it's adorable. I gave him like a bulldog body, so it's kind of like bow-armed, bow-legged. Uh, so I'm going to have this be done in the Helsinki uh, brush, and we're going to keep this at a fairly thick line, maybe a little thicker than that. So it does have a little bit of thinness and thickness in it, which I really like. And then the second brush is going to be the same brush, only thinner for finer detail. And so what ultimately I want this to look like is a professional grade inking, let's not call it a tracing, um, and the best way, as I'm not an inker, so take everything I say with a grain of salt, is oh god, yeah, really good inkers is like will elevate a drawing. Where I think really bad inkers kind of flattens out the original drawings. I totally agree with you there. Line variation is everything. Once you find a inker that you like, never let them go. Even if you have to misery them, like just hobble their legs so they can't escape you. Okay, so I did this on the Metro. So all of my like all of my Metro drawings, it's more like a good indication of what I'm thinking, and mine was I don't want to be here. I'm going to pretend to be in my own little fantasy world. Um, and sometimes it can be a lot of fun to just draw whatever the hell you want because honestly, it's your sketchbook and no one's going to stop you. Uh, I will always say typically it's good to uh, go into your sketchbook with no expectations, unless you have like an expectation to draw a dragon like this guy. I did not have this intention. I just started drawing, and this is what came out. Um, you don't want to be so rigid in your approach that you're going to be upset at the end product because you didn't quite get it to where you wanted it to be. I can't stress that enough. It's really important that you don't take yourself too seriously. Uh, and hold on one second. Let me there you go. Pasty paste that. Boop. Um, so this is just like a tiny sketchbook, so the details won't get that deep or crazy. And ultimately, I just want it to look adorable or cool, whichever. No judging. And there is no good way to do it. However, usually when I ink things, so again, take this with a grain of salt, is I like to have the all of the contours in a fairly thick line and then all the finer details in a thinner line. I think it's kind of important. So typically, I will start in the face because, hey, it's the face and that's where I like to start. Um, and this is the thicker brush. And some people will actually have like multiple layers of inking. So they'll ink it digitally because pretty much all inking nowadays is digital. Um, and then they will like make the line work translucent, erase the or make the original line art disappear, and then they will do it again and then kind of fine tune that inking until it's perfect. And I don't have time for that, nor the urge, nor need to feel like inking the same thing over and over again. I don't know how inkers like don't go bananas because I would just lose my damn mind. And inking can be therapeutic, like meditative, but not for me. I hate inking. I think inking is just like, I already did the drawing. Why do I need to do it again? But this is where we are, and this is where we will be.